how many times do you say this to yourself in any given week or month? I just need to push this through this week and then everything will be a bit better once XYZ has happened. Yeah, we all say it, right? No shade, no judgment. When you wear a lot of hats and you have a lot of responsibilities and roles that you're juggling, this strategy, we all sort of normalize it with each other. We all laugh about it, but it won't work forever. And the fact is, at some point, your body will take matters out of your hands. And I suffer from migraines, so like the wall that I'm always butting heads with is getting a migraine. My body will let me know in no uncertain terms if I've pushed myself too far. We're bombarded with messages all day, every day on social media, on the TV, advertising. Just be more consistent. Just post more on social media. Just be more present with the people you love. Just be more disciplined. And then, you say to yourself, I just need to get my shit together. I just need to be more organised. I just need to push through this week. But don't forget self-care. And yeah, you think, how do I balance all of this? How do I keep hold of it all? How do I not drop the ball? And we tell ourselves this lie that everyone else is magically managing better than we are. And it's just not true. It's just people don't say these things out loud. So the way I like to frame it, and this might be a useful way to think about it for yourself, is work-life balance is not a destination. It's not somewhere you are traveling towards and you will magically get there and everything will be okay. It's a practice. It's like yoga. You never get good at it. You constantly practice it. The key is to not judge yourself for that balancing act. Work-life balance is a verb, not a noun. It is something you are constantly checking in on and adapting. Your needs will change, demands will change. If you see it as a practice rather than a destination that you can't quite reach, you release yourself from all the shame and the guilt and the sense of failure. If I was going to say, please take one thing with you from today, I think that would be it. Okay, so these are the 4 U's. And this is the key for me, that I realised this is the reason I don't burn out anymore. Like I said, I still get overloaded, I still struggle, I still have times where I just think I can't do it all because I'm a human being. But what I come back to is, okay, how are all of these people? Where's the heaviness coming from? What resources can I call on? So the key thing about the 4 U's is they are all running off one battery, right? They are all using one system, one body, one mind. You are a lot of things to a lot of people, but you also need to be something to yourself. So I use this framework in my work coaching business owners with ADHD and ADHD, and it's always a huge eye-opener for them about just how much they're carrying. They often don't acknowledge all these different parts themselves and all the different roles and responsibilities and demands that those parts of them have. So the reality is, running your own business as someone who has caring or parenting or maybe both types of responsibilities, it's a balancing act between you as the CEO, who's the strategist, the decision maker, the big picture thinker. That's why my business is called Big Picture Business Coach. The one having the ideas and the collaboration opportunities. You meet someone at networking. Oh my God, we could do a thing together. Let's do an Instagram live. Oh, I could create a new program. I should rewrite my website. It's always off, coming up with things, excited about things. When I ran this workshop live, someone said, oh yes, CEO me is a dick. And it always wants to be further ahead. And I relate to that so much. Then there's employee you, who has to deliver the stuff that CEU sold in optimistically. Yeah, we could do that. I can do that next week. An employee you is the actual doer, the implementer, has to manage the deadlines, talk to the clients, sort out the email inbox, do the admin, send the invoices, actually be on the ground delivering. And if CEO you and employee you don't have a great relationship, then that's something to look at that might need mending. I had someone on the live version of this workshop actually who said, employee me just wants to quit. And that's where understanding in that moment when you're operating as CEO you, what employee you might actually need, realistic timelines, a realistic scope of work, is really important. And then there's also you as the parent or carer, the emotional anchor, looking out for other people's needs, organising things, supporting others. And it might not be that you're a parent, it might be that that carer part of you is for yourself because you have chronic health conditions or you're managing something of medical nature at the moment. It might be that you are caring for elderly relatives or family members or friends. And it might also be that you're a parent on top of all of that. So there will be a side of you that is nurturing, there will be a source of cognitive, emotional, practical load there. And then, of course, coming back to probably what's at the bottom of the list is actual human you, who, has a body and a brain that works differently and needs and feelings and, will need to wee and sleep and eat and maybe have a social life. And sometimes maybe even do things just for fun or joy. So, how all these parts of you work in harmony, that is the key to this mythical work-life balance that we're all chasing. What I want you to walk away with today is a sort of one-page map that really goes into detail on what the fuck is actually going on for all these parts of you, and two very small changes that they might seem small, but they will have a big effect, big ripple effect changes. No, throw it all out, burn it all down. Definitely no sense of perfection or, oh, I have this all magically sorted.